Hello. Scooter here from the middle of nowhere, actually probably about 100 k's out of Esperance, in a free camp. Excuse the wind, hopefully you can hear me. I thought I'd do a little rundown of the car because I've spent the last 12 months sort of doing this up and not really said anything about it. So we'll start with inside. CX seat, so we've got all the luxuries: leather, wood, heated seats, blah blah blah, because I need my luxuries at my age now. Hang on, let's put the ignition on so we can have a look. We'll start in the middle here. We've got the UHF and we got the monitor for the DC charger, which is pretty cool. As you can see right now, we're powered from the solar. It's charging the car battery and the auxiliary battery, which is cool. My last DC charger didn't do the main battery, it just did the aux battery, so that's cool. We got this little thing here. Hang on, we'll start the car up so it powers up. This is pretty cool. One of my AliExpress purchases. I really don't use the dash anymore. I use this because we have engine coolant temp and transmission temp, the main two things that I monitor when I'm driving. We also have instant fuel consumption, which is very handy while driving. I've been using that a bit to try and get the fuel consumption down. So I think that's it for the inside. Oh, we got the, again, AliExpress rear vision camera. The reason being is we have no view out the back with all the stuff that's in, so let's have a walk around the car. So we'll start on the side. Of course we've got the rooftop tent on there, but we've got the shovel. Hopefully I won't be needing to dig myself out too much on this trip. Snorkel, again, AliExpress, $300 delivered to my door, and it's a Safari snorkel copy. Very good copy, actually, very well made for the money. We got some bigger tyres. They're just short of 33s. They're a 32.6, I think. Actually, the standard size on a Y62 Patrol. We got some nice Dobinson suspension in there, courtesy of Mr. Pajero in Bullsbrook. Hit him up for all your hedge needs. We got the Alpha 4x4 front bar, which comes with its own recovery points, which don't look very strong, but they are actually they're reinforced as part of the winch cradle assembly. So moving up, we got a winch, again something hopefully I won't have to use. That's the King's Dominator X, and when I put this bumper on, the NX grille, which is narrower than all the other Pajeros, left this horrible gap. So I thought, I know, I'll source myself a different grille, but it's perfect because there's a free spool for the winch, so I've left it on. We got some hardcore 9-inch spotlights. Picked them up second hand, very cheap. They're pretty good. What else we got coming round? Oh, just the aerial for the UHF. Decided to bumper mount it. Just a little stubby one, just to sort of keep it out of the way from everything. And we got the King's 270 XL awning. I haven't really used it. This is the first night I've used it. It's a bit windy here, so it'll be a good test. Hopefully I don't do a follow-up video in the morning, not to buy a King's 270 because it's halfway towards Esperance. But anyway, so far so good. One thing I do need to sort out, I've got a little clip to clip this out the way. I need to work out a more permanent fixture because there's my light. I got an LED light there, amber and white, and of course it's covered by that. So at the minute I've got a little bulldog clip that just holds that out the way, but I'll try and think of something more permanent for that. Coming around the back, we have the XTM slide out kitchen. Excuse all the fingerprints, I was cooking sausages on that today and what a mess it made. Splattered grease everywhere, so I really need to give that a good clean up. But yeah, the slide out kitchen, you got the cooking area, you got the prep area, pop out sink, fridge slide. I won't bother showing you the fridge slide, same as any other fridge slide, makes the fridge slide. Now, this fridge, I wanted a smaller fridge from my old companion 75 litre. This is the, what make is it? Brass Monkey 60 litre. It can be used as a single or dual zone by taking this divider out. Now, that's awkward finding a place for that when it's out, but I'm not going to complain about that because the fact that you can use it as one big fridge, 2 freezers, 2 fridges, etc., that's really good. And it was $350. Again, really good. Do you know what? I am going to slide it out because I'm going to show you the one thing I do not like about this fridge. You'll notice a strap around the fridge. The reason being is I had this out on my veranda for about 3 weeks and it obviously got exposed to direct sun. And what it's done is it's warped the lid. You can see a gap there, but that's with that fastened down. Without that fastened down, the gap there is considerably bigger and the seal is not sealing. So I have to run that strap to get a good seal on that. I mean, it still works without it, but obviously it's not going to be as efficient. So that is the downside to these fridges, and plastic lids, absolutely garbage. Everything else about the fridge, very good. It's got Bluetooth, etc. So yeah, I guess I paid $350 for it, and they say you get what you pay for. So I can probably live with that for a $350 fridge. My last fridge was $1,600, so there we go. All right, moving on. We've got the Road Chef 12-volt oven. That was a recommendation from a good friend of mine, Darren Wilkinson, from Tight Ass Touring. He also recommended me to get the 15-volt step up. And anyone that's running one of these 12-volt ovens, I would definitely recommend getting that. Really reduces your warm-up time. I'll be cooking in that tonight. I might make a little video on that. We got the King's drawers. You can't really see from here, but because of the back seat being in still, the bottom one is a 900, the top one is a 700. So the top one is slightly smaller. I've got all lights and everything in there. Everything I've got electric is controlled by this. Again, AliExpress, my new favourite place. As you can see at the minute, all I've got powered is the fridge, but I've got all sorts of different outlets to power stuff up. I will be powering the tent up soon. The tent is on the auxiliary because I got power up in the tent there. I haven't used this trip, but I watched a lot of videos on camping fans, and this Nightcore, I don't know the model code, it's something 10 because it's 10-inch, rechargeable. I think it's a 3-speed fan. It's got 2 variants on the light brightness. It's not been hot enough to use that yet, so I can't really review that, but all the reviews I looked at before buying it said that was really good. I've got hidden away in here, hard to focus, a little charging station just off the car's original auxiliary socket. That's my little Mozzie light. That is really good. I've had that many years and still works great. It's like a little Mozzie ultraviolet light thing. When I put these drawers in, I was like, right, how can I fill this gap, because it's a bit unsightly. But it's actually great having that gap because I can see what my DC charger's doing at any one time. And I can see right now that it's got power and it's charging. and it's not fully charged. So, and there's my King's battery. And for anyone wondering how I access that when anything goes wrong, with everything slid out, I can access through there. So, yeah. What else we got? I think that's possibly about it. I got my little K-on shelf to give me a bit more storage. I was going to get their thing that goes on here. There's a bit that goes on here, and then it replaces this. And it's like a little spice rack or something. It's hell cool, but for the money, I couldn't justify it. So at the minute, I got my beach towel and my kitchen roll in there. But yeah, if money was no expense, the kit that goes on there is actually really cool. But I'm pretty sure if you get all 3 pieces, it's about $450. Basically just to put a couple of sauces and a couple of spices in there. So that's a dough from me. I got these Aussie bags, I think they're called. I've got a label on it somewhere. I posted on the Pajero page about these a while ago because I was gifted these, and the company that run them, they were not trading for a little while. I think the person was very sick or something, but they're back up and running, and they sent me replacements of these for free, which was very kind of them. So would recommend them. They're the insulated material, and they're very good at keeping the sun and the temperatures out of the back there. So I think that's it really. I don't think there's anything else you need to know. We got the full stainless 3-inch exhaust on there, turbo back. It does have a muffler in it because I didn't want it to be too drony. Again, that's from Mr. Pajero in Bullsbrook. Oh yeah, again, AliExpress budget tire pressure monitor. Whoops. Which I've just wired into the dash here, and I've put a switch on it because it has a low pressure warning, and if you go off road and obviously your pressures are down, all that does is beep at you constantly, so I've got a switch to turn that off. And that's about it, peeps. Yeah, oh well, any questions on the build, just put them in the comments and I will reply when I can. Thank you.